Okay, so we'll start with the solution. Slope is given to you. That means the value of m is given to you 7. B coordinates is k comma minus 5 and C coordinates is 1 comma 2. So we take this to be x1 comma y1 and you take this to be x2 comma y2. Okay, now tell me what is the formula for slope?
x2 minus x1 upon y2 minus y1.
No, other way around. You said it opposite.
Oh, okay, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1.
Upon x2 minus x1. Okay.
In all the other formulas, x comes first. In this formula, y comes first. That is why there's this confusion.
Okay. Okay, now we substitute the value. What is m?
7.
7 is equal to, what is y2?
2 minus minus 5.
Minus 5 upon
1 minus k.
1 minus k. So now this is 7. 2 minus minus 5, how much will happen? What will happen here? 2 minus of minus 5?
Minus 7.
No, in the numerator. What will happen here? Minus minus will become?
Plus.
Here, minus into minus will become plus. So 2 plus 5
Plus.
upon 1 minus k. Okay. So this is 7 is equal to, how much is 2 plus 5?
7.
7 upon 1 minus k. Now here, nothing means in the denominator 1 and we can do cross multiplication. So when you do cross multiplication, what will happen? 7 into 1 minus k is equal to, so this first and now this. So this is 7 into 1. This is cross multiplication clear?
Yes. Yes.
Now here what you do is multiply 7 inside the bracket.
So 7 minus 7k.
Minus 7k is equal to 7 into 1 will be 7 itself.
7.
Okay. Now what you do is take this 7 on the other side and take this minus k on the other side. Okay.
Yes.
Anything else that we can do to simplify this? Anything else that you can think of?
We can take the first 7 on that side.
Yes, 7.
Yes, so it'll be minus 7.
Okay. So 7 minus 7. How much is 7 minus 7?
0.
0. Now we can take this minus 7 on
0
the other.
plus 7.
It is in multiplication here.
Okay. So 0 upon minus 7.
And now you see 0 is in the numerator. So what does this become?
0.
Okay. So what is the value of k?
0.
0. Is this sum clear?
Yes.
Okay. So write it down. Is it visible?
Yes. If minus 7k, we say if minus 7 comes on this side, won't it be 0 on 7?
I didn't understand the question. Okay, sir.
1 second. Your it was minus 7 upon minus 7k.
Same thing, same
So, and here
same
also it is minus 7k. So while going here, won't it become only 7?
amount.
No.
Minus
Yeah.
7k means when 7
Yeah, it's
will
separate.
come, that's why
It is.
going to become only
You don't have
7.
to worry on the amount.
So your question is that since we had minus 7k equal to 0 here, so when we took 7 on the other side, it had to become
So
positive.
Yeah,
that's the
so
second.
it
So
should
first
become
question is the
0
corpus,
upon
second is
7.
the slabs. Now because of the
Now I understood the
volume,
question.
we may have to put in some slabs.
Now in this case, what happens is that when you're doing addition or subtraction, okay, when you're doing addition or subtraction, and when you're taking suppose a positive term on the other side, then that plus will become minus. Okay. Now here what is happening is that here this is in multiplication here. Okay, minus 7 is in multiplication here. So when this goes on the other side, the sign does not change. Okay, or basically what we are doing is now we are dividing both sides by minus 7. We are dividing both sides by minus 7. So what happens here is, so this becomes minus 7 upon minus 7 is equal to 0 upon minus 7. So here minus 7 and minus 7 cancel and you are left with just k. You are left with just k. So in order to save this
So
step
I did
of,
not understand. We didn't do that over there.
yeah, we did not do that. We did so in order to save this step, this such a big step. What we are doing is, since this is in multiplication here, when you take it on the other side, it goes into the denominator, so it becomes division. So this becomes k is equal to 0 upon minus 7. So there is no need to change the sign over here because it is in multiplication over here. So when a number is in multiplication over here on one side, and when you take it on the other side, you do not change the sign, keep the sign as it is, and it becomes as a division on the other side. But if it is in addition or subtraction, okay, if it is suppose if it would have been like this, minus 7k plus 2 equal to 0. Suppose it would be like this. Now if you take this minus 7 on the other side, this full term, okay, this entire term we are taking on the other side, and then the sign will change. It will become 2 is equal to 7k. But from here, you are not taking the entire term, you're just taking this minus 7 on the other side. Okay, only the minus 7. So it becomes into division. Is this clear?
Little bit.
Okay, one simple way I'll show you. So we had here minus 7k equal to 0. We had this. Yes? Now,
Yes.
what we have to find out, we have to find out the value of only k. If we want to find the value of k, what is the value of k? Now, in this term here, to find with k, there is this 7 here, minus 7 is there. So I don't want this minus 7 here. What you can do to remove this minus 7? What operation can you do to
Put it
remove
on the
this?
other side.
You will take this
Shift
entire
it to 0.
this
Yeah.
entire term.
No, only minus 7.
Only minus 7 will not able to take on the other side. If you take only minus 7, if you take, then it will become division. So how will that become? How to write it? Can you tell me?
No.
Okay, look at this sum in this way. So look at it like this. If you divide the left hand side by -7, so this -7 and this -7 will cancel off and you'll be left with only k. Yes or no?
Yes.
But now there is a rule in maths that if you divide on the left hand side with the number, then you have to divide the right hand side also with the same number. So here, if you divide it by -7 on the left hand side, on the right hand side also you will have to divide by the same number, that is -7. So here, so this k -7 and got cancelled, and here you are left with just 0 upon -7, and you know 0 upon -7 is 0. Is this
Okay,
part
understood.
clear? Okay. Just
Yeah.
look at one more example, just to make it more clear. So suppose if you had 6k is equal to 12, suppose. Okay. Now on the left hand side, what can you do to remove this 6?
Divided by 6.
Divided by 6. Now since you're dividing the left hand side by 6, on your right hand side also you will have
Also
to
divide 12 by 6.
divide. Okay. So on your left hand side, this 6 and 6 will get cancelled. And what will happen here? 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is k
K
here.
equals to 2.
How many?
So is this clear?
Okay.
Yes.
Now is this operation here? Okay. So now right. Did you finish writing?
No.
Okay.
I was writing that thing and then I
Okay.
not
Right.
done. Right.
See that you understand each and every step and write. Yes. Okay. Just that at that part there, right, dividing both sides by -7. Yes, yes. Okay, only one more thing, right, that here, before this, right here, dividing both sides by -7. Both sides by -7. That is done. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. Eighth one. Find K if PQ is parallel to RS and coordinates of P, Q, R, and S are given. So what you're saying that there are two segments. First is PQ. First is PQ, and coordinate of P is 2, 4. Coordinate of Q is 3, 6. And then they're saying that PQ, it is parallel to another segment, that is RS. Now coordinates of R is 3, 1, and coordinate of S is 5, K. Okay, they are saying that these two lines are parallel to each other, then find out the value of K. Is the question clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now we need to recollect. I want you to recollect the property. If two lines have the same slope, then those two lines are what?
Parallel.
Parallel to each other. Okay. Or in other words, you can say that if the two lines are parallel, okay, if these two lines, if they are parallel, then their slope will be equal. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. So first, what you will do is first find slope of PQ. Okay, first find the slope of PQ. Can you find out the slope of PQ and tell me?
Yes. Two upon one, that is two. Two.
Let me just check. Huh? Yeah, correct. The slope of PQ is 2. Now, yes. Yes, correct. Now, we have to find slope of RS. Okay, slope of RS. Now, when you're finding out slope of RS, this will be x1, y1, and this will be my x2, y2. Okay. So, slope of RS, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So, y2 is k minus y1 is 1 upon x2 is 5 minus x1 is 3. So this you write it as k minus 1 upon 5 minus 3. How much is 5 minus 3?
Two.
2. So this will be slope of RS. Now, since PQ is parallel to RS, slope of PQ will be what?
Or equal to.
Equal to slope of RS. Okay. So slope of PQ you found out, you got 2. Slope of RS here it is k minus 1 upon
Two.
2. Okay. Now what you'll do here? Do cross multiplication. So here 2 upon 1. So you do the cross multiplication. So what will happen? 2 into 2 is equal to 1 into k minus 1. So 2 into 2 is
Four.
4. And 1 multiplied by this
One
bracket,
K.
that is k only, minus 1.
Minus.
Yeah. Now what you do?
K equals to 4 plus
In
1.
procurement,
K k is equal to 4 plus
So
1,
4,
that
so
is
k
5.
equals to 5.
This is the value of k. Okay, so you can write the remaining part. Yes. Okay.
Now fill in the blanks.
Problem set. We'll do the first one. Segment AP is parallel to y-axis and coordinates of A are 1, 3. Then coordinates of point P can be
Salary advance is
3, 1.
available.
3, 1.
Because the segment AB is parallel to y-axis, so parallel, that is equal.
Okay, let's try to draw the graph and understand it more clearly. See the answer is correct. So they're saying, so this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay. First, you tell me where will point 1, 3 come. So suppose if this is 1 and this is 3. So will this be point 1, 3?
Yes, in the first quadrant.
Yeah. So this is point A. Now they say the segment AB is parallel to y-axis. So that means your segment AB is something like this. Correct? So suppose B can be anywhere. Okay? We don't know where is point B. In this case, suppose this is point B. Okay. Now, this is suppose point B. Let's just draw the diagram a bit properly.
Well, I need graph paper for this.
No.
No, because I have it. So yes.
So this is point A. This is point A, and this is 1, 3. Okay. Now, suppose if point B is here. Point B is here. What will be the x coordinate of point B?
1.
1. Okay, we don't know whether y coordinate can be anything. Y coordinate can be anything that we don't know because we don't know this
But in
point
the
here.
options, there is only the one thing which has 1 as the first.
Yeah, and that is which option?
D.
D. So D is a correct option. Did you understand now why D is the correct option?
Okay, yes.
Done? Okay. Yes. It's okay. It's okay. No need to change. Just understand it. Okay, out of the following point, which of the point lie to the right of the origin of x-axis? So suppose if this is the graph, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is the origin. So they are asking which of these following point lies to the right side. That means this side, which lies this side. To find out that, you need to
0,
know
2.
0, 2.
Okay, that was just a guess. Let's see.
No, it is. One second, let me just confirm.
Origin of x will be 0 and right to 0 will be, right side
Yeah.
of 0 will be
So it will be somewhere
something
here.
positive. So
0,
yeah.
2. Yeah, that's correct. Okay.
Is right?
Small mistake. Suppose if this is 2 here, okay, then what will be the coordinate? How will you write? Suppose this is point A, it is on this. So what will be the coordinates of it?
2, 0.
2, 0. So which is the answer then?
Okay.
D.
D.
0, 2 will come here.
Yeah, no, they said that which rise on the right side. So I thought 0, something which rise on the right side to 0.
Okay, so it is the right side of the axis, not right side of that number. The right side of that number is 2, so according to that it's correct, but right side of the axis is 2, 0. Okay, so this is also done. Distance of point minus 3, 4 from the origin. Okay. So suppose if this is the origin. Okay, so suppose this is the origin. What are the coordinates of the origin? What are the coordinates of the origin?
0, 0.
And this is minus 3, 4. So they're asking you
So
to
you have to
find out
find the distance.
distance. So which formula you use?
Distance formula.
Distance formula. Yes, correct. So distance, what is distance formula? Under root of x2 minus
No, I forgot.
x2 minus x1, the whole square,
X1 plus y2 minus y1, the whole square.
y2 minus y1, the whole square. So this you take it to be x1, y1. This you take it to be x2, y2. Substitute. So x2 is minus 3 minus 0, the whole square, plus y2 is 4, y1 is 0, the whole square. So this becomes minus 3 the whole square plus 4 the whole
square.
square. So what is the square of minus 3?
9.
And 4?
16.
And 9 plus 16 is?
25, which is
25. 5. So which is the correct option?
All brands
C.
the recruiters.
Option C. Do you want to write this?
Correct, and some
yeah.
are not getting.
Or you can take a screenshot and write later on, however it's possible for you. Is it possible for you to take screenshot on the laptop?
Yes.
Okay, then okay. Done? Fourth one. Now fourth one you can,
He told me, I told him
you will able to do.
all the recruiters one on
A line makes an angle of 30 degree with the positive x-axis. What is the slope? So what is the slope? So what you will have to find out tan of 30. Yes or no? And how much is tan of 30? Root 3 or 1 upon root 3? Unmute.
1 upon root 3.
1 upon root 3. So answer is C. 1 upon root 3.
We have done exercise 2. We have done exercise 5 and 6. Exercise 3, 4 and 7 is left on the page.
3, 4 and 7. So I'm sure 3 you will be able to do easily because 3 says find the coordinates of the midpoint of the segment joining point P and Q.
Yes, for
Direct
homework.
midpoint. Okay, so do it for home. 3. Next, which you said 5, right?
No, 4.
4. Okay. Okay, we'll do the fourth one.
And 7. 7 I can do it, I guess.
Circumcenter of a triangle.
Circumcenter, I don't know.
Okay, we'll do this first, fourth one. Find a ratio in which the line segment joining point A 3,8 and B minus 9,3 is divided by the y-axis.
Yes.
Okay. This is A, that is 3,8. This is B, that is minus 9,3. Okay. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Okay. Now any point of the y-axis, of what form will it be? How will a point on y-axis?
Y comma 0.
0, comma. Okay, 0, comma. X coordinate
Oh,
will
sorry,
be 0.
0 comma y.
Okay.
X
Okay.
is x comma 0.
Okay. So what you're saying that this point AB, it is cut by y-axis. So suppose if this is the y-axis, okay, suppose this is the y-axis. Okay, see in the question it is saying that this segment AB is divided. Divided means or it is cut by a y-axis. So if this is y-axis, this point of what form will it be? It will be
0
of
comma y.
0, comma y. So I'll just give this point some name. I'll call it suppose P. Okay. Now to find out this ratio, so this point P is dividing a segment AB into 2 parts. So this is the first part, this is the second part. So this will be M and this will be N. So they have asked you to find out the ratio M and N, M is to N. Is this clear now up to here?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now, so which formula I will have to use? Can you tell me?
Section formula.
Section formula. So by section formula, what is the formula to find out the value of x?
mx2 minus
Minus?
plus
No, and
mx1
Ridhima,
upon m
whenever you
plus n.
decide
1 upon m plus n. Okay. So this will be x1, y1. This will be x2, y2. And the center thing you take it as x comma y. Now tell me what is x? What is x?
is the
Shall I take a
exercise where
screenshot
an
and solve
employee
it
is
for
going and
home
signing.
or what?
Okay. Okay. So there is no need to use a value or formula for y. Here itself you'll get a value of m and n. Okay. Done.
Yeah, it's done.
Final
Okay. So practice more sums of the problem set, and we'll discuss the problem set in the next
There
week.
is
SRS is not
like
reflecting
in
that,
the
and
practice
there is a
set
mismatch.
13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 is left.
Some numbers you're saying. Okay? Okay.
Yes.
From these, you try some. If you're getting well and good, if not, we'll discuss it. Okay.
Purely blinded.
So see you next week, same days.
Numbers
Yes,
will not impact those
Wednesday,
has happened,
Tuesday.
but it is not
Tuesday.
discussed.
Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
Majority of the cases will not fall into